the Any and Everything Show with your hosts, Jake and George.
Welcome back, ladies and germs, to another rendition of the Any and Everything Show.
Rendition.
Yeah, I mean,
It sounds fancy.
we say episode all the time, but rendition really does it justice.
It's fine. It's been a while. You know, we were on a streak there, consistent.
Everything that goes up
Must
come down.
And yeah, so we missed a week, and we're sorry.
Yeah,
but,
we are.
But we're back.
We're back.
We always come back.
We always do. One thing about us, we're persistent. Not consistent. We're persistent.
I don't know which one's better.
It'd be best to have both together. Consistent and persistent.
It's probably better in this aspect of life to be consistent.
For sure. Yeah,
But just because we're not and we are persistent,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to argue that persistence could be better.
Yes. Yeah, just when you thought we left, we come right back, baby. But this is the Any and Everything Show. If you're new, welcome to the gang. It's great to have you here. And if you're a day one listener, it's always been good to have you here. Each week, George and I, we get together. We open up a brand new spanking beer. Brand spanking new beer. Or brand new spanking beer.
We're spanking beers.
We review it, but talk about it. We don't just talk about the beer, though, because that'd be a little crazy. We talk about a little bit of any and everything, because in this crazy, crazy world, there's just way too much to talk about. George, am I right about that one?
Jake, you are right.
I'm not often right, but I do like being right about one thing every episode.
You've been right about 109 times now.
It is a crazy world. But something that's always going to be consistent in the world, that's beer. It's always going to be there.
Well, it's not okay. It's always going to be there, but it's changed a lot over time. So.
At a certain point, it was not there. It was prohibited.
Yeah, but it was still there.
It was still there.
Yeah,
we weren't allowed to have it.
People always had it.
Yeah,
the monks worshipped it. Maybe not all monks.
As do we.
Some monks. Yeah,
some call us monks.
Yeah, some have used that term. Yes,
the monks of beer.
All right, Jake. So this week we have an interesting beverage. I don't know if you'd call it a beer.
Add to the crazy.
This is Evil Water.
Mm-hmm. Or water, wherever you're from, however you pronounce it.
Brewed and canned by Evil Water in New Jersey, so it's water.
It's water. Evil water. They should have put WUTTER.
This can that we're holding right now is the Blackberry Passionfruit hard fruit juice.
Okay, I have never heard of a fruit juice being hard.
And that is why I just had to have it. I saw it and I had to have it. My girlfriend actually, I believe, bought these. She at least helped pick them out. But I'm going to give her the full credit.
That's enough credit.
She bought these for the episode.
Okay.
There's another flavor in the fridge, chilling till the moment is right.
Chilling for the right temperature.
Just chilling in the
hard
fridge.
Fruit juice has to be the correct temperature to drink it.
Yeah, so we're gonna have two flavors today of the Evil Water hard fruit juice. The first one up on the docket is the Blackberry Passionfruit.
Sounds like you can't go wrong with those two flavors.
It sounds like I'm gonna crush these.
It sounds like it's gonna be sweet.
Hard fruit juice sounds like it's gonna be delicious. That's all I gotta say.
And it tastes just like that.
It's not exactly what I thought it was going to taste like. It tastes like an extra, like a flavorful seltzer.
Yeah, I actually kind of forgot that it was going to be carbonated, because when I hear juice, I didn't
think it was going to be carbonated.
Yeah, well, after you crack it open, I guess you crack open. Is everything that you crack open in a can carbonated?
I don't know. Have you ever drinking a V8?
Oh yeah, good point. There are some things that are not carbonated.
Are they? I'm asking.
No, they're not carbonated.
Okay, so.
But yeah, the carbonation, it just tastes like a more flavorful seltzer. Yeah.
It is 4.5%.
Okay,
so it's less alcohol than a seltzer, but more flavor. So I feel like that's where you give and take.
I'm pretty sure this is the same alcohol content as a Bud Light.
Yeah. Yep.
So if you don't like beer and you like something sweet,
and you don't quite like seltzer,
yeah,
you
this
can go
definitely
with hard fruit
this
juice.
definitely does not taste like seltzer, but it tastes like just a more like a more juicy seltzer. Like it you know that seltzer taste that is like
it's like you mixed fruit juice with seltzer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so it's pretty good though. I was expecting it not to be carbonated.
It's good.
So like for that, maybe I'm gonna deduct a couple points.
But you're right.
I'm getting the full flavor, which
Yeah,
we don't usually get out of the beers.
Definitely flavorful, for sure.
So first sip, slightly disappointing. I was going in with high hopes that I was just gonna be able to chug these no problem. Which is probably safer this way.
Yeah.
But I'll go 8.0.
Okay, that's solid. I was right at like 7.6. It's good. Like, I think after a few sips, these are going to be much easier to drink.
Yeah.
I think the initial, like, getting used to the flavor. And,
yeah.
But it's all there. It's all there. It's all good. It's a good
everything
drink.
you want.
Like, dare I say this would be good over ice in like a glass.
Dare you say it.
Open it up a little bit. Let it breathe. Let that ice hit it.
I think that's something you could do. I think it's something we could do. If that's what we want to do in the second half, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Are you an ice fan?
An ice fan?
Yeah, like if you're gonna have a drink in a glass or a cup.
I think it depends.
9 times out of 10 will make sure I have ice.
So I'm probably 50-50.
Okay.
And it's not dependent on the beverage. It's almost dependent on the situation.
The availability of ice.
That too. But I feel like with this question, the ice is always available.
I see.
So like for dinner, usually when I'm home, I will have a glass of green tea. Arizona green tea out of the fridge.
It's a staple.
No ice.
Really?
No ice cubes. I like it it's cold. I'm going to drink it fast enough.
Like a neat, huh? A neat green tea.
Where it won't warm up to the room temperature because I'm going to eat my dinner and I'm going to drink it before it gets warm. So just fill me up to the brim with green tea and I'm good to go. If I go to like a fast food restaurant or a pizza place where I'm getting a drink, I will ask for no ice.
Crazy.
Unless it's like a fill your own cup.
Okay.
Then I'll put a few ice cubes in there.
Just for temperature or
just for temperature, I guess. More temperature, but cuz if you go to like McDonald's and you get a soda with ice, it is
70% ice.
70% ice. You're losing money. So I go no ice.
That I agree with. You definitely are.
It comes out of the machine cold. It's fine. I'll make do without the ice. But if I'm going and I'm serving myself, put a couple ice cubes in there, just enough to keep the drink cool. If I'm drinking, if we get pizza, classic pizza, you sit down on the couch or something, and you grab a soda with it. Most of the time, I'll drink it out of the can. So you can't put ice in a can. Just crack the can. You got a can of soda, slice of pizza.
You won't go through the trouble of like, let me grab a glass for my cup.
But a lot of times when I'm home, I'll grab a glass, put ice, put some soda in there. It's almost more on my mood.
Yeah, okay.
But sometimes it's situation based.
Do you ever get to the end of your glass and chew on ice?
All the time.
Okay.
If there's ice in the glass, I'm probably chewing it.
Yeah, that's more my motivation.
Sometimes
to have a drink with.
Sometimes I feel like the ice melts before I finish my drink.
And it's a bummer.
And it's like, well, I'm not gonna let it just melt without chewing on it, so then I chew it before I finish my drink.
Yeah, I'm a big ice fan. I almost prefer
huge ice guy.
I'm a big ice guy. I prefer ice in most drinks except for water for some reason. I'm not a huge because like when I'm drinking water.
That's interesting.
I just like kind of down
because I feel like ice would like dilute anything you drink except for water because it is water.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, for some reason I don't know. I just feel like water. I'm not drinking it to enjoy it.
Water. You're not drinking. I don't drink water to enjoy it.
Yeah, usually when I'm having water, I'm like, I haven't drank water in a long time, or I'm just trying to hydrate for like a run or before I go to the gym.
What about just hydrate throughout the day?
Exactly.
You have to be motivated to drink water. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, in some instances I do. I need to get a better water routine. I need to get a dedicated bottle that I'm constantly filling up. But the issue I run into with my water is that we have an off-brand Brita, so it's not the big old Brita.
Like the gallon that you put in your fridge.
Yeah, it's not the big one. It's like a probably maybe it's a little less than a gallon, but it doesn't hold too much water, so I'm like constantly filling it up with like filtered water.
We had one here at my parents' house for a while that went on the faucet of the sink. So it would come out one hole.
Yeah.
If you were using the sink normally, and then you would flip a thing on the side and it would divert it through the filter and come out a different hole as filtered water.
I would do that. We don't have the ability to take off our nozzle at the apartment. It's like fixed.
Just screwed on the end.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like, because the faucet we have, it has that like
like hose out. Yeah.
I initially thought about that because I'm like, this is, and it's just annoying because our water doesn't taste great without a filter.
Right.
So.
Well, you probably have like, it almost tastes chlorine-y.
Definitely does.
Because you're in like a big,
you're
in a big building. It's definitely like treated almost.
Yeah, and you can smell it when you open up the top of the Brita. And like you're just it almost smells like inside of like a hotel.
Yeah,
or like chlorine pool.
We're a hotel with an indoor pool.
Yeah. When you're in the lobby, you're like, I think they got a pool
There's
here.
There's an indoor pool here.
That's what it smells like when we open our Brita. So, it's just I have to get over the fact that I'm constantly filling up the Brita to pour into my water bottle.
It's almost every water bottle is another Brita.
Yeah.
And you can probably only fill up your Brita at like a quarter at a time, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the most Britas, the filter top, it doesn't fill up the Brita.
Yeah, and it sits low in the Brita, so like once the water level hits the bottom of the filter, it filters so much slower because it's like pouring into water.
Yeah.
So it could take like upwards of like 5 minutes
to do a quarter, because then you gotta keep refilling the.
Yeah, because the bottom holds a good amount. The bottom, I would say, probably holds 24 to 32 ounces.
That's a good amount.
But we got two people in the house, so I'm pouring a glass for Megan. I'm pouring a bottle of mine. It's already we're empty. Yeah. And then I want to double fill it up. I almost back it up. I like back it up.
Back it up.
So I just got to get a better. Maybe I just got to get a bigger Brita. Maybe that's the issue.
Maybe.
Or I can get like a.
Or you look into like a water cooler.
Yeah,
you start buying the big 5-gallon jugs.
Yeah, but like I was saying, the water, I'm usually just drinking it to get it down. Like I'm not sipping on water like I would sip on like a Diet Coke or like a green tea.
So what you're telling me, Jake, is you're a huge ice guy.
Huge. I almost do it for the sensation of like chewing on ice. I look forward to it. Like at the end of the drink, I'm like, oh, I got 5 big cubes in here to get.
See, that's the problem. Sometimes when I get to the end of my drink with ice in it, maybe I had too much ice in it. Maybe I drank my drink too fast, but the ice cubes are too big. Where it's like,
yeah, you gotta crack them.
You crack them in half, spit the half back in. Yep. Otherwise, you're gonna give yourself like brain freeze chewing the whole cube of ice.
Yeah, you put a big ice cube in, and sometimes.
Now you're a guy who strikes me who would like the one whole round circular ice cube.
Yeah. I like
so what do you do? What do you do in that situation? How do you chew on that?
Well,
chew on that, Jake.
So you're talking about like a big block they would put in like a cocktail?
Yeah, it's pretty much a cocktail ice cube.
Yeah.
I feel like.
In that situation,
wow. Do you know who that is?
Ice Cube?
That's Ice Cube. We're talking.
Wow. We have that is really
for those of you who care. We have the NFL draft on here in the TV in the studio here.
Yeah, in the studio. Yeah.
More so I could watch it the whole time. And in this middle of our 10-minute conversation about Ice Cube,
the only person on screen,
the only person out of there's like 15,000 people here at the Las Vegas Strip.
He's on stage,
and they zoomed into his face and called him up on stage. If that's not like a sign,
we gotta keep going on talking about ice.
I don't know what it is.
So yeah, I when it comes to the big ice cubes, there's not much I can do. Those ice cubes though are more for that drink.
It's true.
Than it is for like when I'm having an old fashioned or like like a Manhattan, something on that big ice cube.
Right.
I'm not even thinking about the ice because it's all just part of that drink. I'm looking more forward towards the drink.
More like a garnish.
But you're giving me, I'm just gonna do like an in-house whiskey Coke or something, like a whiskey ginger. I'm getting all different types of ice cubes in there that I can.
Different shapes and sizes. I don't discriminate.
I do really enjoy the diversity of shapes and textures of ice.
Interesting.
Like some restaurants, like you won't even know until you get the drink and like you go to take a sip with the lid off, and you get down a few ice cubes, like, oh, these are pretty cool. These are smaller, a little crunchier.
You're a weird fella, Jake.
I don't think it's just me. I think a lot of people.
Do you enjoy a crushed ice from a fridge too?
Love crushed ice.
Psycho.
I love crushed ice. I think crushed ice is so slept on.
No, it's properly slept on.
Because then
crushed ice.
Yeah, because then like in your every sip, you're getting a little crunch.
Why don't you just why don't you blend yourself like a little smoothie then or something?
No, that's different than just
a nice cold crunch to your drink.
I love crushed ice. I haven't had crushed ice in so long because it's like I don't even see it on fridges anymore.
They still make it on fridges. Don't worry. Yeah. Does your fridge even make ice?
We don't have a fridge that makes or produces water.
Yeah, so you're just gonna, because you don't have a fridge, you're just gonna assume all fridges stop making crushed ice?
Well, you said
I think all fridges should stop making crushed ice. If that's what you're asking me. Oh yeah.
What don't you like about crushed ice?
It's just not right. It's just not. It's like someone made a mistake and then like was like, oh no, I meant to do this and it's good. We should put all this in all of our fridges. It's that good. Trust me, it was not a mistake.
I wonder why they did create crushed ice.
I don't know.
But I love it. The little pebble ice. You get like the ice from like.
Yeah, the pebble ice. We should have. I'm gonna give a little hint. We're gonna do a top 5 later.
Ice shapes.
Ices.
You got the ones from the gas station. Those like thick cylindrical ones.
Oh yeah.
Those are
those are the ones that come out of like because when I coached high school soccer, we used to have to fill up one of the coolers.
Oh yeah.
That's what comes out of those, like the thick noodle almost.
Yeah. And then you got like the commercial.
They have the flat
squares.
Those
like little pillow cubes.
Yeah.
Those are real good. Those are a solid ice because
those are like a commercial. That's like what you get from.
And they're always really clear too. I feel like those little cubes.
Yeah, made out of distilled water or something.
What fast food or chain has those little pellets? Like it almost looks like rabbit food.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about because I've seen pictures of them, but I don't know.
Those are like actually my least favorite.
I thought that the way you're talking about ice, Jake, I thought those would be your favorite.
You think?
Yeah, it's like crushed ice, but in uniform
Yeah,
form.
for some reason I don't love the texture of those. Like those little pebbles.
I feel like if you leave ice in a drink long enough, it all becomes smoothed over. It's like it's like pebbles. Yeah. It's like pebbles in a river.
Yeah. Just eroding.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know I could talk so much about ice.
Neither did I.
Maybe this is a new passion of mine. Ice.
Huh. I'm sure Meg will love it.
Isn't that? It's like
you just have anyone you invite over to your future house, like bring them down to your little man cave. You got a little bar made, and then like behind it, you invite everyone behind your bar. You're like, oh, come back here, and everyone walking around thinks it's gonna be like, oh, you got like a little beer keg or something.
Yeah, or you got like a lot of nice whiskey.
Yeah, like a line of like liquors.
Let me show you.
Let me show you what I got, and you have 8 different ice makers that all make different ice shapes.
There are other people out there who like ice as much as I do. I guarantee it.
I'm sure there's people out there who like feet. So
that's true. If there's people out there who love feet, then there's definitely people who love ice.
There's I don't want to hate on anyone, but there's like furries out there.
Yeah, it's so funny that you said about feet because Megan had just gotten a pedicure and she came home and she's like, oh, what do you think of the color? Blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, they look awesome. And she goes, the lady who said I had such beautiful feet. And I'm like, yeah, there's people out there who love feet. Like, and she was like, you know what? Like, do you really think people like make money off of like showing their feet? I'm like,
yes.
1 billion% they do.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, is it like unethical? I'm like, I mean,
no,
not really.
I don't think it's unethical.
Feet, I don't think so.
People will pay if people will pay you to do it. It's just all about like, I feel like how not guilty, but
do you feel?
Guilty isn't the right word, but how ashamed of it? Do you like? Would you be able to tell your parents or your loved one that
if you can't tell your parents what you're doing, then it's probably not great.
Yeah, because like there's people who like strip and do porn, and like
I feel like probably really good money. But
yeah, I mean, there's
not going to be
people who make millions doing that, and like I feel like as long as you can tell your parents and or your loved ones, then like more power to you for doing it. But like if you have to like hide it and be ashamed of it, like doing porn isn't for everyone, but some people can do it and make money off of it. Other people wouldn't be able to handle it, I guess.
Any of it. It was just really funny because I was like, Meg, all I'm saying, you got a cameraman and you got a foot model. That's all I'm saying.
That's all you need. No one has to. Being paid for feet too has got to be the best because like
they can't connect it to anyone.
You can never, unless you have a foot tattoo.
Oh yeah,
or like a very distinct mole that someone will see.
Yep.
Like no one's ever gonna know it's you.
I know.
No one will ever know.
I was like, hey, listen, if you're ever really considering it, I think you can bring in some extra cash on the side. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But
she's got the support of her man, Jake. So.
And she's got nice feet, but I've never been in love with feet, so like I've never
never stood out as a feature for you.
Yeah, I was never like, oh my god, my girlfriend's got amazing feet. Like if that was something that you would like, that's never
like imagine if that was something you said on the first date. Like, would you guys still be getting married today?
Came home and told him, oh, she's wonderful. You should see her freaking feet. Like, that would be a cause of concern. I think
it would be. I think, yeah.
Yeah, there's
apparently not. Apparently, she would have went home and bragged about it. I just met this guy. He says I have really nice feet.
Loves my feet. All of her friends are like, you gotta run. And she's like, I don't know. He likes the feet though. I think I do have cute feet.
I think he could be the one.
But do you think I have cute feet? Do you guys think so? Or
yeah,
weird. It's a weird world. Like remember,
it's a crazy world.
It is. That story that came out a while ago about that Catch Me Outside girl.
Mm-hmm.
When she turned 18, she did
OnlyFans and made $1 million in the first hour or something.
Yeah, like ridiculous.
I just saw it on Twitter. Someone posted that she made
$52 million
in a year. Yeah,
and she didn't even.
She didn't post anything nude. Yeah,
fully clothed.
Yeah,
maybe not fully clothed, but she wasn't.
She didn't reveal anything. Apparently,
that's insane.
$52 million. So yeah, but I also saw, like, I was like in the comments, like, it's like a sick world. Like, not because someone could make that crazy money off of not nude pictures,
but because
she just turned 18, and
all
these men who were waiting for her for that day. Like,
why were they waiting for her though?
I don't know, but like someone like made a point that was like, there's so much other porn out there. Free porn, first of all.
It's like a forbidden fruit type thing?
It was like, there's so many other people who are like 19 who you can pay for. But it was like, as soon as this girl turned 18, all these old men paid for her pictures.
Wow, that's so weird.
Yeah. It's like almost like they were just waiting for the day.
Yeah.
And obviously, they were looking at her a certain way leading up to that.
Yeah, it is pretty wild. I mean, can you just submit that like your OnlyFans like I-9 or like to like
I don't know how it works,
or how does that work?
They have to get like you guys got a W-2 or what?
I feel like you definitely have an account at that point.
Yeah, you have to have an account.
$52 million.
Yeah, I mean the IRS isn't going to let you get away with anything like that.
No, yeah.
You think she owes money on her taxes?
TurboTax, she owes like, or she like breaks even. Who knows? Like I couldn't even tell you, but that is just unfathomable to me.
Yeah, it's wild. It's a crazy world, Jake.
It really is. The going off of like being young, a funny topic came up on the radio the other day, and it really got me thinking. The moments when you were like a kid growing up and you had like aspirations to be like something that wasn't what you ended up being.
I'm sure everyone wanted to be an athlete or an astronaut.
Yeah. And it's so funny when they ask us when we're so young. It's like, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be an astronaut.
Yeah, we were in first grade.
I want to be an ice cream man.
And all we can say are the things we've like seen on TV or like,
stuff you see in movies. I want to be a Power Ranger when I grow up.
What did you want to be when you grew up? Did you remember?
I think I always wanted to be an athlete.
Yeah.
I think that was always my number one answer.
Yeah, my number one was a professional hockey goalie.
Did you ever even play hockey?
Roller hockey.
Up until when? I feel like I never knew you when you played hockey.
I was a skater.
When is what I'm saying.
Hold on, let me think.
When did you stop?
I had the hockey bags, the pads. I was
where?
We played we played roller hockey next to
the cul-de-sac.
No. That's where I practiced. Okay.
With who?
All of my hockey friends. Probably just my dad or mom or Casey.
Okay.
Casey probably won't back me up on this. He'll probably say I never played hockey in my life.
I'm just asking when you stopped. Jake.
I think I stopped in middle school.
Okay. We were like just becoming friends, I think. I never knew you. I never heard you mention hockey, like as like going to play.
I would say I think I stopped right before high school.
Okay.
Because
you obviously didn't play in high school.
Yeah, because I think it was like that point when there was like, all right, what high school sports do you want to play? And I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna play hockey. You know.
Well, for you then it was either basketball or hockey.
Yeah.
Same
and I
season.
definitely liked basketball better,
but
I'd also never played ice hockey. I'd only roller hockey.
Gotcha.
Which
you think you still got it? You think you still got it? Like if we joined some like intramural rec adult roller hockey team, would you still be able to?
Oh yeah, for roller hockey
pad
for
saves?
Sure. But if you put me on skates, I would need a little bit of. I still
see. You could join that team. I could never ice skate. That was one thing I could never do.
Well, you could probably learn.
I could never do it.
Oh, you've like.
I grew up on a lake that would freeze. Like I think I remember like as a kid going out there trying to skate and like falling and like not wanting to like get into it.
Oh yeah.
And my mom was like, "All right, whatever." Like he just doesn't want to do it. So I never really learned. And then every time someone would want to go, I was like, "I can't ice skate. I don't want to go like to the roll. I don't want to go to the ice rink and do a skate around. I can't do it."
Yeah.
So I just never.
I'm not going to use a fucking old person chair and walk around like an idiot.
So we went for our summer camp. Did a trip to Skylands ice rink.
Yep.
And I was one of the chaperones on the trip. And going into it, I was like, I can't ice skate. And everyone's like, it's easy. Like, there's going to be like 3-year-olds out there skating. I was like, I know people can skate. I can't skate. Like, I know my limitations, right? I can't skate. I just can't do it.
I can't do this.
So, like, they're like, oh, no, just tie your skates up tighter. Like,
okay, so you're not all wobbly?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs, whatever. So I was like, all right, I'll fucking, like, cut circulation off to my feet. I'll tie them so tight. And
it does help when you just
I can skate around without like aid, without the walker. Like,
but it's not
one, it doesn't
elegant.
It doesn't look pretty.
Yeah.
And two, I'm probably gonna need the wall to like stop or turn.
You're surviving out there. You're not like...
I'm not skating for fun. It's like I'm trying to not die. So we go on the trip. You know, the other chaperones and counselors are like, well, it's fine. Like, some of these kids can't skate. Like, you won't be the worst one. And I wasn't the worst one. Like, there were kids who needed the walker the whole time.
Losers.
So, and it was weird because when growing up in town at Hillcrest, there used to be like a roller skate night. I could roller skate circles around people. Oh. Like, I would fly.
Dude, you put me on blades right now. I could probably.
It was the weirdest thing because like I could roller skate like really well. Like going on school trips as kids, like we would sometimes go roller skating.
It's the friction, man. It's
I would be able to like skate, just fly.
Dude, I love rollerblading.
And then like people would be like, "Oh, you ever play hockey?" Like it just was like a question because I could skate so well.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "No, I can't ice skate." They'd be like they can't put 2 and 2. I can't put 2 and 2 together, let alone someone else trying to imagine that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we go on the trip. And, I'm out there like a young baby giraffe skating around. My legs are all over the place. They're like, oh, your skates aren't tight enough. I was like, I can't feel my toes. My skates are tight. Don't worry about it.
The fucking tights.
Maybe my ankles are weak. I don't know what it is. All right. But, so I make it around. Every now and then I got to grab the wall or something where I can't turn fast enough. So I hit the wall.
Yeah.
But, I like put my arms out, hit the wall. And I was like, I think a kid stopped wanting to skate on one side of the ice. And got off, and so I took his walker.
Okay.
Didn't fall all day. I have the walker, and I'm getting some confidence now. I'm picking up some speed. It's looking more fluid on the ice. making turns, like making fun of kids on my way by, whatever. Got the walker now, and then that's when I fell. When I had I was using the walker. I think I got too confident. I was leaning too far to one side.
And it kicked out.
And kicked out one side, and I went down.
That's when it...
overconfidence.
That's when it gets you.
Yeah. That's exactly why at the lake that I worked at in the summer, that they don't let kids use swimmies.
Oh.
Because parents get overconfidence that the swimmies will save their kid. So they take their eyes off their kid, and it's more responsibility for the lifeguards.
Wow, that's fascinating.
So, like, if you put your little baby in a swimmy, send him out there, you're like,
oh, he's good. Yeah,
he can't drown. He's fine. He's got swimmies on. But really, it's just like they can still go face down. They'll just be floating the whole time.
Yeah, the that confidence thing is for sure one of my worst qualities when it comes to new things. Mm-hmm. Like, I always expect things to happen almost so instantly. Yeah. And I think the first time I ice skated was an open skate near us a couple winters ago in Connecticut. They had an outdoor rink, and I was like, I've always wanted to do just an outdoor like a Central Park type thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've rollerbladed growing up, so I was very confident in rollerblading. I'm like, I'm sure it translates a little bit, mm-hmm. which it does, but it is a very different feeling. There's no back support on your heels for one, so you always feel like you're gonna fall back, mm-hmm. and then you're left to right, you just always feel like you're and you're using skates that aren't
yours,
really sharp and nice,
mm-hmm.
And but man, I loved rollerblading. It was one of my favorite things to do growing up.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it and I was good at it. It's just I could not ice skate. Could not do it.
Maybe we get back into rollerblading.
Yeah, maybe
we do it.
Where?
I don't know. We just do it casually. We just
down the street,
right around here.
Yeah.
But
up and down your apartment hallway.
Yeah, dude, I remember
just playing hockey in the hallway like kids.
Dude, I remember getting my first pair of really nice skates, and my dad baked them in the oven for a half hour.
The skates?
Yeah, to loosen them, and then you'd put your foot in.
It's like you're getting a mouth guard.
Yeah, that's what it was. And you'd put them in the oven for 10 minutes. You take them out and you put your feet in, and you'd let them cool so they would kind of shape to your feet. And I thought it was the coolest thing. I'm like, oh, dude, I got these cool hockey skates that I am forming to my.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. I mean, it just never got to where I wanted to be as a professional goalie.
Professional goalie in roller skating league.
I could have
very
done that.
Specific.
I could have done that, I think.
I mean, you could have made a living.
Yeah. There's maybe not a comfortable living, but I could have made a.
There's got to be a professional roller skating league out there. Not roller derby where they go around the circle and kick each other out, but there's got to be a professional roller derby hockey league.
So you're saying
the dream's not dead.
The dream is not over.
The dream's not dead.
Yeah, it was always. I remember show and tell. It was what do you want to be when you grow up? And you had to come in either dressed as or in some sort of costume of what you wanted to be.
Did you come in full pads?
Yeah, my uncle was he played hockey in a adult league.
Yeah,
and he brought me a full on.
You didn't have roller hockey pads?
Well, this was first or second grade.
Oh, okay.
When it was we did the show and tell thing, and I wore this big oversized Devils jersey and my pads, and I have a picture of it. And I for the longest time that was my goal.
I'm gonna need the picture.
Okay, I'm gonna try and find it.
I'm gonna need to see it at least.
It's what I remember, but my mom said there is a picture of it. And then
we're gonna need to put it on the Instagram.
And then I think I realized I wasn't gonna be a hockey goalie professionally. And then for some reason I kind of transitioned to orthodontist because I had so much dental work when I was a kid, braces and
you must have had a good orthodontist to inspire you. I want to be like Dr. Phil over here.
He was awesome. He was a good dude. Yeah. And once I found out the ins and outs of being an orthodontist, I quickly
8 years of school?
No, 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, all right, okay. And I was in high school, looking at colleges at that point.
Oh, for orthodontistry?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I got my braces off freshman year of high school. So it's kind of late, So I was going to the orthodontist like later than most people are. And he was like, yeah, I was in school for like 8 years and then in the practice, for another 2. And then I finally got my license. I was like, holy shit.
You just talked me out of it, Doc.
I just couldn't imagine that.
It's a long time.
But
you'd be an orthodontist right now.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would.
So it's not that like crazy.
Yeah.
As a kid, it sounds crazier.
Yeah, when you're a freshman in high school, like 10 years of college.
But if you did 10 years of college, you'd be an orthodontist right now.
I would. Yeah. But those days are gone.
They're never gone. Just like the dream
those are pretty gone.
Just like the dream of being a roller skate hockey goalie.
That's more realistic than becoming an orthodontist.
No dream's ever dead, Jake. Don't give up.
I'm not going to be an orthodontist at like just a brand new orthodontist at 45.
Why not? I feel like people would trust you more at the gate. Like if you were 29.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like I'm going to trust this under 30 to put braces on my kid.
Yeah, but at that point, when have you never not trusted a doctor or the orthodontist?
I don't know. I just feel like it's just like a natural instinct to trust an
elder. I don't trust you, this guy. I need another doctor. Oh, my God.
So you just naturally trust the older.
Man, growing up, dude, the aspirations we had. God damn it. But that's just what happens. You just see
Well, also, I feel
the
like
biggest and the best.
As a kid, like maybe orthodontist wasn't so far-fetched, but like a roller hockey goalie, astronaut,
professional soccer player,
ice cream
whatever
man,
the hell it was,
professional athlete. Like those are
things
like
you see.
Being a Power Ranger.
Yep.
I want to grow up and be the 5th Teletubby.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are like just like you don't really know what you're talking about. Like, oh, when I grow up, I want to be Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of far fetched, but like I feel like if you meet a kid and he goes like, I want to be like a veterinarian.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll push my kid in that direction.
Yeah. It is always nice when there is something that a younger kid says, and you're like, you know what?
You could do that.
You can do that. It was Megan's nephew. He's 5, and we asked him this past Christmas what he wants to be when he grows up.
Mm-hmm.
He gave 3 answers. Okay. All of them completely achievable.
Accountant.
First answer.
Secretary.
First answer, he says, successful farmer. Not even just a farmer. He wants to be a successful farmer.
Yeah. Maybe not so easy to achieve, but he can definitely be a farmer.
Second one, firefighter. Achievable.
He could do both. He can be a successful farmer and a volunteer firefighter.
And he can actually do all 3 because his last one, grocery bagger.
Wow.
I said, son.
And that's a great plan B. No matter what, where his life takes him and what education he gets, he could probably grocery bag somewhere.
And you know what? I was bagging groceries the other day, and Megan was sending them down the self-checkout.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it too.
You love it. I know you love it because it's like if you want to bag groceries properly, it's meticulous. Yeah. Like you got to put.
It's like a Tetris.
You
game.
put some things together, certain groupings, but then when you get them in a group, then you have to put one thing in first.
Yep.
Like eggs can never go on the bottom, but colds got to go with colds and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You love bagging groceries. I could just tell.
I know. And it's something that I would actually thoroughly enjoy doing, my free time. Yeah. Like if I retired,
you show up every day at 5:30 after work on your home commute, and you just show up at the end of a line, just start tying your apron. All right, guys, line.
We're not even in uniform.
Check out 6. Roll them down. I'm gonna bag them.
Just not even in uniform. Just street clothes.
That's just Jake.
I'm just bagging.
Yeah, I'm bagging
for free. Yeah, or you can tip if you want.
Oh, Jake's here.
I get a percentage of the grocery bill.
But you said Meg was sending them down self-checkout. ShopRite, the local ShopRite.
Mm-hmm.
They put in the self-checkout a couple years ago. They have the checkout stands.
The cubicles.
The short ones that you can't really, there's no space.
Not a lot
really,
of movement there.
Just the space for the bags.
Yeah.
So you do that one, and then they have 4 lanes of self-checkout. So they got the belts.
Oh, yeah, the belts.
And when they first put them in, where you start was the screen and the scanner. And then they had the conveyor belt down to the bags at the end.
Yeah.
So right away, it was the screen, scanner, put it on the belt. It would go down to whoever's bagging. Now they flipped them around for some reason at some point, where if you come into the self-checkout, it goes to the conveyor belt, and then it goes down to the scanner.
Oh.
Which is weird to me. I feel like it should be the other way.
Yeah, because like you're not stacking all your stuff onto the conveyor belt.
It's like weird. If you were there like with two people,
mm-hmm.
you'd take it all out of your cart, put it on the conveyor belt, it'd go down, then you scan it, and whoever's scanning it is right next to the bags.
Yeah.
Like it should be whoever's scanning it is sending it down to the bagger.
Yeah, the scanner should be right away.
Yeah.
And now you say that, I think ours is set up the same way.
It like creates a weird
because I'm
thing.
Like at that point I'm not putting my groceries on the conveyor belt to send down to where I'm going to scan it. I'm just going to go to the scanner, scan it, and send it down those little rollies to the bagger.
Yeah, they flipped them around for some reason at some point.
Weird. Yeah, mine's just like that.
It's not right. It's not right.
It's not right.
It's not how it should be.
It's not right. But you know what is right, George? This beer. Or this hard juice. As I've never heard ever before.
It's hard juice.
You got a word to describe it before we go to halftime?
You know, I want to go with a word. I feel like it's too easy. You know, for the evil water, Blackberry Passionfruit hard fruit juice. It just seems too easy to say juicy.
I mean, you can do it.
So I feel like I'm going to go sweet more.
Okay.
Juicy, it's obvious. You know, hard fruit juice, juicy.
You'd think it's juicy.
You'd think it's juicy. And it is. Mm-hmm. It's juicy. But I'm going to go sweet. It's very, very sweet.
Yeah.
Like it's sweeter than sweet seltzers. Like some seltzers people go, oh, that's too sweet. I wouldn't drink it. This is like.
I agree. Yeah.
Sweet.
I'll go with playful.
Okay.
It's a playful drink.
Even the can's a
little playful. The drink's easy to drink. Nothing too intimidating, even though it is evil water.
It's true. Nothing evil about this can.
But yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Flavors are all there for sure.
We're gonna come back with a different flavor.
Crap. Right.
So, do you want to give it a rating before we leave as well?
Yeah, it was really good. So I'm gonna I could easily have a few of these in a night.
This is gonna be, if these become popular, this is a great summer beverage.
Yeah, it really is. And it doesn't seem like, because it's not too heavy in alcohol content, that it would give you a nasty headache or something.
But some people get the headaches from beer and stuff because of the sugar. They're not used to the sugar intake.
Yeah,
There's
so
definitely
maybe
got to be a lot of sugar in here.
I would give it an 8. 2. Really, I mean, it's good. I don't have anything bad to say about it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to be right around the same area. It's going to be...
Oh, is this a letter grade we're giving it?
I think we were supposed to give it a letter grade first, and I gave it a number grade.
So did I. What episode is this? 109?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I think you're right. Letter grade first.
So I'm going to stick around to 8.0.
Yeah.
Just going to say what I said in the beginning.
Yeah.
B+, 8.0.
It's solid. You're right. It is a good summer drink.
Yeah. It's going to be good on a boat, on a beach.
Yeah.
By the pool.
Yeah. I wonder what the calorie content in this.
It didn't come in a box. I feel like it would say it on the box, not the can. That's the problem that we're running into.
I'd say it might be more than seltzers, so if you're trying to watch your weight, maybe these aren't for you, but...
We'll see. Maybe we'll come back with some statistics after half. We'll also come back with the answer to this riddle.
Oh, yeah, we got a riddle. Wait, I think I can actually play the riddle sound. We had a
little slight audio malfunction.
Yeah,
technical issues.
George's internet is down. That's the...
You can blame it on me. It's fine.
Here it is.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Do you have it yet?
I do.
Okay. This week's riddle, Jake. What breaks yet never falls, and what falls yet never breaks? What breaks yet never falls, and what falls yet never breaks? So, If you think you know the answer, blurt it out loud in the car, in your room, wherever you're listening to
Yell
this.
it at the person next to you.
That's right. Just yell it. Scream it. But you will hear the answer after halftime.
All right. All right, cool. That's a good one. I gotta think on that one.
All right, good.
We got a fun little top 5 coming up as well as more shenanigans. So stick around after the break.
That's right.
And just like that, we are back.
Just like that. It's only been seconds.
For you, seconds.
Seconds.
Yeah, one of these times we have to order a damn pizza on our break, just to say that we had a nice pizza break.
Next time.
We could have done it tonight, but...
Next time.
All right.
The only problem is we have to do it in our Stanford studios.
Yeah, that's true.
There's not much delivery around here, and if they do, they have a tough time finding my house.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because my address is the main road.
Yeah, that's interesting, huh? How do you get mail down here? They find it.
They know now. The mailmen know. You know, through sleet and snow and rain and wind and false addresses, they find your mailbox.
They're accustomed to the mistake.
Yeah, our mailbox actually used to be up. For those of you who know, I live on a dead end street. My mailbox used to be up at the beginning of my dead end street on that fence. All of the mailboxes on the street used to be up there because
like communal, like a.
Well, we all had individual ones, but a communal location.
A row for the guy to stop at.
Yeah, because the excuse I think was mail trucks can't go in reverse, or they didn't used to have reverse on them or something.
Okay.
So a dead end street, he would get to a dead end and he'd be stranded.
I don't know what to do. I guess.
What do I do? I got to call for help
every day. I get to the end of this damn road.
We got to move the mailboxes or something. But now he like pulls into a driveway and backs around and turns around because now every house on the street has their own mailbox.
Oh, I see.
So something changed in the mail truck technology, but
or they fired the guy that said his car can't go in reverse.
Yeah, the reverse is the one with the R. All right, just put it in R and you can get out of there. But yeah, so. But this property technically touches the main road. And this road that my house is physically on does not have a name.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's the main road is my address.
Seems illegal, but
hey,
here in the sticks, everything's legal.
That's right, in West Millie.
All right, you gave us the riddle before we went to break.
I did, Jake.
Now it's time to answer it.
The riddle was, what breaks yet never falls, and what falls yet never breaks? The answer. Do you have any clue?
I think I might know.
Yeah?
Is it water?
No.
Oh, shit.
The answer is day and night.
I thought of like a waterfall and like a breaking wave.
Daybreak, nightfall. Even though I feel like you could say... I guess you don't say dayfall. You only say daybreak and nightfall. You don't say night break.
Oh, well, it makes sense. What breaks
but never falls. Day.
So there isn't a fall.
Yeah, day doesn't fall.
Right.
Day fall. Not saying. And what falls but never breaks? Night.
Oh, yeah, so mine would not work, water. Because water can break.
It was actually two
fall.
answers. The answer was 2 words.
Yeah.
But for the riddle's sake, it goes hand in hand.
All right. Well,
so there you go.
Didn't get that one. Classic.
Next week.
Next week. Yeah, I'll get it. We this is a special 2-for episode.
Well, they're little cans. Although they're 12 ounces, so they're normal beer-sized cans, but they just feel little because they're skinny.
Oh boy, here we go.
So this is the same idea. This is Evil Water Vanilla Mimosa Hard Fruit Juice. All right, Jake, as this is our 110th beer review on episode 109, we give a letter grade to start. Huh.
Wow.
That is not the taste. It tastes like... It tastes like...
It's a familiar taste.
Like a Skittle, but a certain like...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Not a normal Skittle. It came in the pink Skittles, the pink patch Skittles. They were like smoothie flavored Skittles.
Yep, you're right. 110%.
It's exactly what I don't know which color, but one of, maybe a mix of them all, but one of the
smoothie
flavored Skittles is what this tastes like.
Yeah, I can't.
Even the aftertaste is like any Skittle that I would eat, no matter what color, is like this aftertaste.
You know, I can't put my finger on if it's like a good taste, but it's a familiar taste.
It's definitely familiar. It's right there. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, this is interesting. Hard juice.
Mm-hmm.
It's got orange, grape, and vanilla as the graphic on here. So,
I guess mimosa is orange juice and champagne. So I guess grape is the champagne.
Oh yeah.
Orange juice and then the vanilla is the flavor of vanilla mimosa.
That makes sense. Okay. I'm getting the vanilla.
I just got it's just Skittle in the back of my throat the whole time.
It's good. I think the first one's better.
I think I enjoy the flavor, of the first one better.
This one really is.
I think it's going to grow on us, me, but I think initially...
It's driving me crazy. I can't put my finger on the flavor.
Yeah, I think initially I'm going to have to go lower.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go... I don't want to go full letter grade below, but I might have to go down to the C plus.
Yeah,
it's B minus or C plus. I think I'm gonna go B C plus final answer.
I'm C minus final answer.
Okay.
It's good. It does taste like a candy.
Yeah.
But I don't know which one.
Yeah, I think the other flavor is just better.
You guys gotta try this regardless.
It's a good summer drink. And too bad it's like 30 degrees here in almost May.
Yeah, this weather better turn around because I got a wedding in a month. Wedding in a month. Better warm up.
It snowed last night.
That's messed up.
In April 27th, it snowed.
Not right. I think should we do our top 5 list?
We certainly can, Jake.
Might as well, right?
When in Rome, you know.
So
this
good one.
week's top 5 list. Some might say this when they hear it.
He needs some milk.
You may need milk with this.
He needs some milk.
With the
because
top
this
5.
top 5 list is our top 5 cereals.
You just made the list.
Yeah, and this was tough.
It was tough. We usually take turns, but what do you say this week? We go 5, 5, 4, 4,
Love
3,
it.
3, 2,
Love
2.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You want
And
to
then
go first?
we'll say our honorable mentions at the end.
Okay. I actually didn't put in an honorable
That's
mention
fine.
this time. But
You don't have to. I always like to throw them on there just to let people know I like more than 5.
I could throw an honorable mention in there if that's what you want. All right.
Why don't you do your honorable mention just like top of your head, like ones you haven't.
No,
you didn't
I
put
have
on the
one.
list.
I have a legit honorable mention.
All right.
You want me to say it at the end?
At the end,
Okay. All right. So you want me to start then?
if you'd like.
Okay. My number 5 is Raisin Bran.
Wow, I would not have expected that to crack your top
I enjoy a good
5.
Raisin Bran.
Really?
Yeah. I would almost put it up to 4.
I would have lost a stupid amount of money on that guess.
Raisin Bran is like sneaky good, I think. Like
I enjoy it.
You don't really notice the raisins so much. They're just like a little texture in there. Like,
I like raisins, but I would have never really put Raisin Bran in the top 5.
well, Jake, my number 5 is Raisin Bran.
All right. That's cool. That's
with or without milk. I like a Raisin Bran. I like it. I'm going to preface my whole list in saying I like. Well, maybe my number 4, I would prefer it with milk, but I could do with or without milk for all of my cereals.
Yeah, I could probably. There's one that I definitely would prefer with cereal.
Okay.
Or with milk. Yeah. All right, so my number 5.
Mm-hmm.
The original Life.
I don't think I've ever even had it.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I probably have.
Oh, dude, Life is
I just got another honorable mention, but go ahead.
Life is just a
It's just
it is just a solid, could always have it regardless of what mood I'm in. It's not like the most unhealthy cereal, but it's also like not the healthiest. So it's like a good balance of like, if I'm going to have, 2 bowls of something, I don't want to feel like an absolute like piece of crap after it. I'm going to have some Life.
right. It's a little bit more on the.
Yeah, it's like less sugary, but it's still got a little sweetness to it. Oh, it's just the texture, and it's a good one. It is a good cereal.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I should have the way I'm talking about it. I should have moved it up into
That's what
4.
I think we're gonna do this a lot with cereal. Cereal is just a go-to.
It is.
Cereal is very good.
I wish it was healthier because I would have cereal way too often.
I feel like you can get something like Life, or you can get something like
Special K or like Kashi or something.
You get like regular Cheerios.
Dude, you're spending like $12 for a fucking box of cereal, which is nuts.
Yeah, but if you get like regular Cheerios, is that still $12?
No, regular Cheerios is good, but
healthy,
I'm not a huge regular Cheerio person.
No, didn't even crack my top 7.
That's way too plain.
My number 4, which I think, the more I thought about Raisin Bran, I should probably flip-flop these two, but...
Same, I should have flip-flopped my
It's set in stone now, but my number 4 is Lucky Charms.
Okay.
This is the one that I think I would prefer with milk rather than without.
Agreed.
I don't know what it is. I just enjoy the way... Usually I don't like milk or too much syrup on my stuff because it gets soggy after a while, if you don't eat it fast enough.
Yeah.
But like the way the marshmallows just sink into the milk, it's
slowly makes the milk a little different
color.
Yeah.
When you drink the milk at the end, it's super sweet. Yeah. So you know what? Now that I'm talking about it again, I think Lucky Charms deserves to be above Raisin Bran. With the milk, I could taste the milk after I could taste the milk with the marshmallows in it.
Yeah. It was rightly placed.
I think so.
Placed.
Yeah. I talked myself back into it. I was right originally.
All right, good. I'm glad you talked yourself back. So my number 4.
Yep.
Mini Wheats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do Mini Wheats have the frosting on them?
Yes.
Okay.
Frosted Mini Wheats, I guess.
Because I think
there are Mini Wheats that don't have them.
Yeah. I think you do. Well, I don't want to speak for you, but I think you're talking about the frosted Mini Wheats.
Yeah. Frosted Mini Wheats, I always loved. I always loved the. I guess I'm a big texture guy. I like the crunch of the Mini Wheat.
I feel like Life and Mini Wheats are similar in texture.
Yeah, you get a little bit more sweetness with the frosted because of that.
I always used to like them because if you put like the frosted side down, like right on your tongue, like you instantly got the sweetness as opposed if you put the wheat side down first.
Yeah, and sometimes in Mini Wheats you would have the situation where there would be some that didn't have the
there were definitely some that were packed with frosting
and some that had none.
Yeah. Yep.
So and sometimes in the milk it's turned upside down
and you wouldn't know.
It's a guessing game. So you're like, I really hope this has some, but sometimes you just left unlucky.
See, I used to eat those ones a lot without milk.
Same. Those are good without.
And if I get like a bowl or a pile of them, I would save the thickly frosted ones for the end. I would get all the shitty weedy ones out of the way.
And like the frosting afros.
Yeah, the thick ones.
So
that would always be saved to the end.
Mini Wheats are definitely in the top 5, right there at number 4.
Fair enough. My number 3, Apple Jacks.
Okay, solid choice.
Yeah, I haven't had Apple Jacks it's been a minute.
as the youths say.
Yeah, since I've had an Apple Jack. But I just feel like they're built like so many cereals out there. You got Cheerios, you got Fruit Loops.
Built different.
No, they're not built different. That's my point. Like they look, taste
unassuming.
They look and feel just like Cheerios and Fruit Loops and all these other donut shaped cereals.
They pack a punch.
But they're so like cinnamony apple flavored. They're good. They're delicious.
Yeah, and then Cheerios makes the audacity to come out with an apple cinnamon Cheerio.
Did they?
I'm like, just leave it to the Apple Jacks.
Let Apple Jacks have their moment. Like, there's enough different variety of Cheerios.
You gotta know that's a stay in your lane type deal. Like you have the honey nut, the honey Cheerios.
You got the honey nut Cheerios. You got the regular Cheerios. You got the frosted Cheerios. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Yeah,
trying to get Apple Jacks all out of sorts.
That's too far. I didn't even know that. I didn't know they were cramping their style.
Yeah, well, they rightfully shouldn't have those.
No, I'd be surprised if they're not discontinued already.
I don't know. They might still have them. All right, so coming into my number 3.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had these in a long time, but I do remember when I had them.
I feel like our lists have gone somewhat similar, where our 4 and 5s could have been swapped, but then we talked ourselves into that. We were right. Our number 3s are both like nostalgia cereal tastes that we haven't had in a longer time.
That is true,
but we remember them well.
And then the 1 and 2s are just like a battle for our favorites.
Yeah,
just like
that's exactly what it is. Number 2 and 1 could easily both be number 1, but
toss-ups.
Yeah.
So the one that I haven't had in a long time, but remember absolutely loving when I was allowed to have them.
Yeah.
And they were brought home. Oreo O's.
And you were allowed to have them.
Yeah.
Is that different from Cookie O's?
Yeah, the Cookie Crisp or the Cookie
Crisps.
Like shaped like cookies.
Cookie Crisps.
These were basically Cookie Crisp, but
in Oreo form.
And I just remember they had a little bit of like, I don't know if there was like you know on Apple Jacks how they have a little bit of
there's like growths on them.
Yeah, a little like crispy
lumps.
Yeah, a little like it was similar to that where I would just remember, and they would make the milk just taste like heaven,
almost like a chocolatey milk.
Yeah,
taste.
Oreo O's I think were one of my like kid guilty like cereals that I was allowed to have. It wasn't very often. I do remember every once in a while my mom would cave in and allow me to have some just crunchy Oreo O's. Oh man, I can like taste them right now. Isn't it crazy how you can like?
Yeah. Talking about the Lucky Charms, I could taste the milk at the end. Yeah.
I can taste the Oreo O's right now. God damn, I might have some cereal tonight. I might have some.
What do you
cereal.
have at home? Well, is it on your list? Is it still on
it's
your
not.
list? Okay. What do you still have? What do you have at home then? If you were to go home and have cereal right now,
right now it's just Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay, going with a slightly healthier option. Good for your heart.
Yeah. Well, we got them for
as treats for the dog.
Well, we got them to make like a not like Hush Puppies, but like a mix with like some like marshmallow. It was like a
Rice Krispie, but
similar like a Rice Krispie, but like hardened clumps of like peanut. It
was like Honey Nut Cheerio balls.
Yeah, it was like peanuts, little crushed up pretzel, Honey Nut Cheerio, and something else, and you kind of mix it all up in a bowl loosely, and like let it dry, and then you break them up, and like these little like clumps of. It was for a party we went to. It was just a little.
How'd they come out?
They were delicious.
Oh, there you go.
So now we just have a big family size thing of Honey Nut Cheerios because we needed like a cup.
Got to eat up,
or like 2 cups, So.
Got to eat up, Jake. All right, my number 2 would be is Captain Crunch.
Oh, okay.
Now this one's almost more as a snack than it is in cereal in quotes. Like Captain Crunch, I remember I used to have like 2 boxes in my house at all times. And when I would be like in my room, or if I was, sitting down playing video games, I would just have the box next to me, and I would just be reaching my hand in and eating Captain Crunch. Like I don't even know if I've ever had Captain Crunch in a bowl.
Okay,
like I feel like I've
so it's just been your snack cereal.
If I've had it in a bowl, I've eaten Captain Crunch 97% of the time straight out of the box with my hand.
That's respectable. I don't know many people who like just enjoy cereal with. Out milk.
And Captain Crunch is like one of the hardest cereals. Like
it cuts you up.
Yeah, it's hard. Like my mouth must be calloused over the years. But Captain Crunch is number 2 is like a cereal in quotes for me. I enjoyed it in my youth as more of a snack.
Yeah, Captain Crunch really especially when they added did Captain Crunch always have the little flavor balls?
No, that's I think it's Captain Crunch cereal, but
with fruity berries or something like that, like berry
crunch or something.
So not only was Captain Crunch a tough cereal, but when they added those little berry balls,
here we go.
Those things cut my mouth up like no other.
Yeah, so you can get Captain Crunch, the OG. You can get Crunch Berries.
Crunch Berries, okay.
You can get Chocolate Caramel Crunch. You can get Oops All Berries, so you can get just the berry puffs.
Oh, wow, okay.
You can get Peanut Butter Crunch, or you can get Red, White, and Blue Crunch. There's probably a bunch of other flavors.
So in the berries' defense, the berry milk, like at the end of Captain Crunch Berries.
It's just like Fruit Loops at that point.
Yeah, those were good. Those were a tough. They were like a fruity Cocoa Puff. Basically, they had that like tough.
Yeah, they were the same ball.
Yeah, those really. You had to have a tough mouth for those.
I developed it over the years. I ate a lot of.
If you're just snacking on.
I ate a lot of raw Captain Crunch, no milk.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, but I don't even know what flavor it is. It's just like Captain Crunch was just good.
It's like a sweet corn.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's another honorable mention
What,
now.
Puffs?
What?
Kicks?
No.
Ooh, Kicks, man, I forgot about Kicks. Those were good. And those were not, so Kicks were not a tough ball. Those were easy to crunch when you had those in milk.
Yeah, they were.
And they were pretty sweet too. Dude, I think Kicks are slept on.
Yeah.
I didn't have them often, but when I did, Kicks.
Yeah, they were like Crunch Berries.
Yeah,
but like
softer and not fruity.
Yeah.
Oh, those are good.
What's your number 2, Jake?
All right, it's my number 2. Cocoa Pebbles. I loved Cocoa Pebbles. Still love Cocoa Pebbles.
Turn your milk chocolate.
Yeah, so I'm a big chocolate person. Love chocolate.
Love chocolate milk.
Love chocolate milk. And the amount, I think it was the fact that it felt like you were having so much cereal with the Pebbles. Like when you poured in Cocoa Pebbles, it didn't take up a lot of room, so you could just fill up your bowl.
A lot of Pebbles.
An embarrassing amount, right? And then you pour the milk in, and it would be mostly Pebbles and like not a lot of milk. But at the end, you'd have your chocolatey milk. I mean, it was crunchy. There is nowhere that Cocoa Pebbles could go wrong.
Nowhere.
Nope.
Now you say you pour them in, then you pour the milk in.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like some people put the milk and then the cereal.
Yeah, there are. I did learn that there are people out there who do that.
And I just want to say,
definitely a minority of the bunch.
He needs some milk.
They do need milk, and they prefer to go milk first, which is
psychopath behavior.
Yeah,
almost like enjoying crushed ice over cubed.
Wow, that's a little much.
But I feel like it's in a TV show. I don't remember whether it's Friends or New Girl.
Where it was milk first? It might be New Girl, actually.
Someone in the show, or maybe a girlfriend of someone in the show, goes like milk first, and then like they just like, I think like someone's son like just looks at them differently after that or something.
Yeah, I mean, like, all right, if you zoom out, there's really nothing wrong with it.
No.
But it's just so ingrained to go dry and then pour in your wet. I think it's just like you fill it up with what you want and then you pour in the secondary ingredient. I think that's what it is. Like,
well, it almost, if we're zooming out,
if we're just gonna zoom out,
if we're just zooming out for a moment,
corporate
I would
talk.
say it almost makes sense to go milk and then cereal, because you can
correct.
It makes more sense because
it does make sense to do it.
You put the milk, if you put the cereal in, and then add the milk expands what's inside your bowl, and the cereal could then overflow.
Your cereal dictates how much milk you're getting. Like if you put in a lot of cereal, you can only pour in a certain amount of milk.
Right. Yeah, because stuff will overflow.
If you know how much milk you like in your cereal, then you're probably going to put the milk in first.
It makes sense to put the milk in first.
It does.
Because then you have total control over the overflow.
And all cereal is different, like different
buoyancies.
The amount of Cocoa Pebbles you're putting in compared to let's
Crunch.
Say
or
Crunch,
shredded mini wheats.
The mini wheats.
Mini wheats, yeah.
You know, you're getting a third of the mini wheats compared to Pebbles.
Oh yeah.
So it's going to take up different space. So it's not crazy, but it just
it's
seems
crazy.
So anti-cultural.
Yeah, it's not right.
Reason.
It's not crazy, but it's not right.
Yeah.
It feels so right, but it's so wrong.
I think if I was to see someone do it now, I wouldn't call them out on it. Or I probably would, just like to have
it's a joke.
fun.
I'd make them feel uncomfortable, but I wouldn't mean it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be like, all right, that guy is like actually crazy.
Yeah.
There's some unless people don't do it for that reason, where they're just like, oh no, I just want the milk first.
I just put the milk in first
just
without any thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's no like actual thought about it, then maybe we have to red flag it.
Yeah. So anyway, my number one, Jake, is honeycombs.
There it is.
Love me some honeycombs. I would oftentimes, if I packed my own lunch, I would, pack a sandwich, pack a drink, whether it be a soda or a water or whatever. Pack in, maybe a bag of pretzels or maybe you get a little snack pack of Cheez-Its. And then a lot of times I would get a Ziploc bag and fill that baby up with honeycombs as a snack.
You know what?
A go-to for me.
A Ziploc of cereal, I think that gets overlooked. I think snacking on cereal.
And for the only negatives I ever had about Captain Crunch was it was too hard. Honeycombs, not hard.
Yeah, honeycombs
were like biting into a cloud
delicious.
as far as cereal goes.
Yeah, dude.
And just the sweetness of the right amount of honey or whatever flavor they're putting on there. Honeycombs.
I don't remember. I don't think I didn't have a lot of honeycombs. But I do remember thoroughly enjoying them with or without milk. But
yeah, this is another one that I would prefer without milk almost. They
were a good texture. They were light.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good. Number one in my book.
Apparently. Yeah, and it's very interesting because we were looking at the long list of cereal.
50 cereals.
50 cereals, and honeycombs
was not on there.
Found.
Not on the top.
Which I find hard to believe.
Granola was on the list at 34. Granola.
Are honeycombs, if they've been discontinued?
No.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't
not
been on this.
They better not have been. No, but not within the past 2 years. I've seen them on the shelves.
All right.
So if they were discontinued, it was pandemic.
Post-pandemic. I must have missed it. If they
We're going to refer to things as post and pre-pandemic.
That is true. That's kind of like BC and AD,
Yeah. Yeah, no,
PP.
Honeycombs were pre-pandemic.
PP and PP.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what you're referring to. But yeah.
That's a solid choice.
Honeycombs, my personal number one. Numero uno.
I would say you have a pretty unique number one. Because I feel like a lot of people fall into the category of they could all fall within the same 5 choices for a number one. I feel like there's a lot in the favorites that kind of overlap, where your honeycombs, I feel like, are an outlier. So I'm a little bit jealous of your number one.
Well, I think originally, although now that I've looked at my list, I'm putting it down on paper.
Really examined, my phone, zoomed out.
After zooming out and looking at my list, I originally was probably going to put Captain Crunch 1, but now, I think for me, honeycombs belonged in the number one spot for me.
And that's
all
along.
Why
it's there.
But when we scrolled through the list of 50 for us to just get an idea of, and it wasn't on there, it just was extra motivation for me to be like,
oh yeah, that's a good.
This
point.
is my number one.
That's
it's not on here. No one else apparently has it in their top 50, so it's going as my number one. But I think it actually rightfully belongs in my number one.
It sounds like it's right where it belongs.
It is. I think I made my list, confident about it. As soon as we started this, I was like, "Oh wait, is this where I want all these? I don't think this is right."
We made the right choices.
And then every time I brought up the number with the cereal, I was like, "This is right where it belongs." I got it right.
I think after long delegation, we have put our cereals in the right spot, and my number one spot.
Yep.
One that you've already mentioned. Apple Jacks.
Oh, really?
They've been my favorite.
Wow.
They've been my favorite forever.
See, when we guessed earlier and when you put Cocoa Puffs as your number 2.
Yeah.
I thought for sure you were gonna go Reese's Puffs #1.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be like a chocolate thing with you.
Yeah,
and you wanted Reese's Puffs. You
I
didn't
did-
mention Reese's Puffs.
I
I
did
thought you were saving it for #1.
I did love Reese's Puffs growing up, but they left a weird film in my mouth after a while.
Okay.
And I also don't love peanut butter anymore as much as I did.
Yeah.
So it has a little bit of a. They were good. Reese's Puffs were good.
See, I never liked peanut butter growing up.
Oh, okay.
So they were never the cereal for me.
Reese's Puffs were really good, and like Reese's the candy are one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But I just I don't know, for some reason I think the rest of the cereals kind of are just a little bit better.
It's fair.
And
it's totally fair.
Apple Jacks have been my favorite.
I did not think you were going to put out. You undersold Apple Jacks when I brought it up.
I know. I was trying not to get so excited because I was
all
like,
giddy inside.
I didn't even think you were going to say Apple Jacks.
#3.
Yeah, just they've. It's just like the better Fruit Loop, in my opinion. I agree. I love
the Fruit Loop tastes
almost a little fake to me.
Yeah. I didn't want to say synthetic because all the flavors are synthetic.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't taste as authentic as Apple Jacks tastes.
Yeah, it's just that cinnamon and the milk. Like I've really been enjoying cinnamon lately. Like I have cinnamon protein powder. I've been kind of like getting back into the cinnamon game.
Okay, you have cinnamon protein powder.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's interesting. It's like
really
chewing
good.
like Big Red.
No, it's not like hot cinnamon. It's like cinnamon.
Like Apple Jack cinnamon.
Yeah, Apple Jack cinnamon.
Like
and
a
it's so good.
snickerdoodle cinnamon.
Like I have it with a little bit of like either like oat milk or like 2%, depending on how I'm feeling that day. And it's just like it tastes like the ending of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Which neither of us had in our top 5.
Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, great flavor. I wasn't a huge. I didn't love the flat.
Yeah, it was a different cereal.
Yeah,
Like we were talking about before,
cubes.
how Apple Jacks is the same like cereal base as so many other cereals,
built like the rest, but tasted
but separate in so many ways. But yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is like the other way almost. It's like, although the flavors it's unique too. Everything about Cinnamon Toast Crunch is pretty unique.
Yeah, and it had like actual like crystals on it.
Yeah, it's like they put cinnamon
literally
on it.
cinnamon.
Like I ate a lot of dry cereal with my parents. If I ate Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
That
it
was
would be
something
all over.
Yeah, you'd be licking your fingers after that.
Yeah.
Whereas Apple Jacks, you can just, you'd never know until you bit into it.
Yeah, that's all of my top 5 can be eaten barehanded. No licked fingers necessary.
Yeah, you got to think of those type of things.
That's right. I don't think I did it on purpose. I think it was just like mid gaming. Didn't want to have to lick my fingers. I could just eat some and go right back to my controller.
That's very true. Oh, the Oreo O's you might, because they have like a little.
Well, that's
bit of
not my top 5.
crystallization. I know. I'm just saying. I didn't think of that. All right, but what's your
my honorable mentions in no particular order because they kind of have come to me last minute. I have 3.
Okay.
Pops.
Oh, Pops.
Pops were great. They were like a they were like a fluffy cereal. Very unique. I love the flavor of Pops too. They were good, especially if you got like a big one that was extra fluffy.
Yeah.
Good pop. Never did me wrong. Frosted Mini Wheats on my honorable mention
I'm
for all the reasons we already mentioned.
Glad to see him there.
And then my other one was Frosted Cheerios. Not Honey Nut Cheerios, not regular Cheerios, but the Frosted Cheerios.
Great call.
/ I want to say it was called Team Cheerios.
Oh, the 3?
It was the mixture of the 3 in 1.
Oh.
Yeah, Team Cheerios.
Frosted.
So Frosted,
honey and
Frosted,
regular?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think. So Frosted was my favorite one of the 3.
Or was it the cinnamon ones in there? The team
I'm
ones?
trying to look it up.
I forgot about that combo.
But I think like all the pictures are so blurred that I can't read
This is so old.
the flavors.
I think you're right. I think I did have those team cheer. Or was it chocolate?
I really wish I could tell you. But Frosted is the one that came to mind, and then here. No, I still can't. still can't quite make out what's on the box. It's so blurry. It's like such an
I
old
wish
picture.
there was just a solid answer on the interwebs where it said what was in what.
It probably is, but I'm looking at pictures now because I was trying to find the name of it. So my honorable mentions are Pops, Frosted Mini Wheats, and then Frosted Cheerios / like underscore Team Cheerios.
Team Cheerios. Here we go.
Because even in Team Cheerios, Frosted Cheerios was still the standout to me.
Oh, this was limited edition. I don't think this is it.
It was limited edition. Like I don't think they make that anymore.
It said Frosted Berry. I don't think that's what you're looking for.
No. Just regular old Team Cheerios.
Yeah, you're right. There is no like solid.
No, all the pictures are just so old that you can't even zoom in on them.
Yeah, you're not kidding. All right, so maybe wait. What about this one? Wait, here we go.
Wow, no, this isn't right.
Is it this one?
They brought back the. That looks about right. They brought back a limited edition one in 2021, which is not the one I'm talking about. Which is apparently strawberry, frosted, and blueberry. That's not the one.
That's the Frosted Berry team. This one is frosted, honey nut and brown sugar. Maybe.
I don't remember. It was good, but frosted was still the standout in my eyes.
Yeah, frosted's real good. I mean,
it's just extra sugar on it.
Yeah,
that's all. It's just Cheerios
it's
with
like a
extra
glazed
sugar.
donut at that point.
Exactly.
So for my honorable mentions, we got Frosted Flakes.
Mm-hmm. That was close.
Yeah, it almost kicked out Life. Almost.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Cookie Crisps.
Cookie Crisps.
And as I said it just entered. I remember how good Kicks were. Those little balls of Kicks.
Yeah.
There you have it, folks.
Our top 5 cereal that some people might not, but when you think of cereal, all you think is
He needs some milk.
If you comment he needs some milk in our Instagram photo,
wow.
I will personally send you some sort of Any and Everything Show merch.
Watch out, Jake. Word could get around. We did this last 2 episodes ago, but at the end when we know no one's listening. Someone should be listening at this point.
There might be a couple people lingering around. He needs some milk.
And Jake will
in the comment of
give you something
of our Instagram post with the evil water.
Yes.
When you see that.
Yeah.
He needs some milk. I'll send you something.
Okay. I might comment it.
Yeah, and it can't be you or Ari or Megan.
I'm not going to tell Ari. She's going to have to find it out herself.
All right, good.
But I still might comment it. I want something.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Well, you got anything else you want to talk about before we?
I have a story.
All right, I'm always down for a nice little story.
I wish we could welcome to the Bush League. Maybe we can at the end. I don't know if it's possible with our technical difficulties this episode.
Oh wait, no, it's possible.
All right, I'll welcome him right in the beginning. Then, are you ready?
Not ready yet, but
we could do it at the end. All right, because I'm gonna tell you a story about a purchase I made. Okay. I'm gonna do it at the end, so you can take your finger off the trigger.
I'm cute.
StubHub.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Third-party ticket.
So without embarrassing Ari too much, we bought tickets one night with some friends, Joe Ricca, his sister, to a Lumineers / camp concert. Right?
Nice.
We were late night. We were drinking. We saw they were playing. They were cheap. We decided to buy tickets. We're all going. Super excited. Like, okay, cool. Like we're not big fans of Lumineers, but we're big fans of camp. Like we'll enjoy the Lumineers too. It's our kind of music.
Love Lumineers.
Right? So a couple weeks go by.
Okay.
We look into the tickets just as because now Joe's told a couple people they're buying tickets. Like it's going to be like a couple people we know is going now.
So it's a thing now.
It's a thing now. So we just checked in our tickets, and it turns out that night we bought Fast Pass only tickets. So we thought it was a steal at like $13 a ticket, and we were getting Fast Pass tickets to get in. But we were only buying the Fast Pass portion of the ticket.
Oh my god!
So we're like, oh my god, that's it. You know what? Like,
how can you do that? Like, how is that?
How is that an option?
Even an option?
It's ridiculous.
That'd be like being able to buy a Fast Pass at Disney, but not
buy tickets.
Ticket.
Oh, you guys got Fast Pass, but you can't get in.
Can't come in though.
Yeah, right. So it's kind of ridiculous in the first place. So we find that out, and we thought we got a steal to go see Camp at $13, like a bargain. Awesome.
Anyone at $13.
Maybe it was $17, whatever it was. It was under 20, guaranteed under 20.
Dude, I would go see Joe from down the block for $13.
Yeah. So we bought him originally. Find out weeks later that it's only Fast Pass tickets, not even concert tickets. Can't get in, but we can skip the line to not get in.
What?
Right? So then we're like, all right, well, now we have the Fast Pass tickets. We might as well buy the tickets. How much are they? And they're like 70 plus.
Sheesh. All right.
So it's like, well, let's just take the loss almost of the Fast Pass. It's not really worth it. We weren't super excited to see Lumineers. We just really wanted to see Camp.
Right.
Kind of thing. And then we find out that these other people are going because we were going to go. So do we just go and have a good night? It'll be a fun time regardless.
Yeah.
Like going to a concert is fun. You tailgate, whatever, have a couple drinks with some people and it's going to be fun. So I go on to StubHub. I'm like, I'll buy the tickets. Everyone just Venmo me. We have to buy 5 tickets.
Okay. Pretty penny.
I need 5 tickets.
Yep.
Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4,
1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
Got
One handful of tickets. 5 is my intention going in. I go on to StubHub. And they sell the tickets in groups of 4.
Classic.
At different price points. So I was able to get 4 tickets at $70.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that. I pick up the cheapest grouping of tickets, buy 4 of them, and then they charge you tax.
Yeah,
fine,
service
assumed.
fee.
Service fee. And then a $20 convenience or service fee per ticket.
Wow.
So I think I bought the group of 4 at $68, maybe $70 a ticket.
Okay.
Paid $92 per ticket because of StubHub's convenience service fee. Fine, whatever. That's what we're doing. It's $19.95 convenience fee per ticket, which is crazy. It should be per transaction.
Sure, you're in quicksand now. You're just
well,
we're
it's
just...
now we're in way too deep.
It's just
we have these Fast Pass tickets. I've paid $80+ in convenience fees.
You have to make it a thing now. You have to just go
and I still need one more ticket. Still need the 5th ticket.
Oh, yep. We need one
so now
more.
I need to jump up the next price point. It was let's just call it 70 for the 4.
Yeah.
The next one's at $76 is the next grouping of tickets.
Okay.
So I say I want 1, not 4. I'm going to buy 1. Go through, say general admission, whatever. Pay. Hit checkout, pay, whatever the button said. Click it. Nothing happens on I'm doing this all on my phone. Okay. Nothing happens. My screen doesn't load. No spinning. No nothing. So I'm like, oh, of course we were drinking. It was another late night of drinking, hanging out. Never helps the situation.
No, it doesn't.
So I touched the screen. Nothing happened. I assumed either it didn't register, or maybe I missed the button, which happens.
Or or something wasn't filled out.
I hit it.
Tells you.
I know I touched my phone and nothing changed on my screen. So then I hit the button again, thinking either I missed the button, or something happened, whatever, and it goes through. I go, oh great, all right. Let me just check how much total everyone owes me, and I bought 2 solo tickets.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
So I bought 2 solo tickets for $95 each. Now I have 6 tickets. One group of 4, and then 2 solos. And immediately I was like, oh fuck! Something went wrong. I hit the button twice, but it didn't go through the first time. So how did I get charged twice? So we decided to call StubHub that night.
We gotta get someone with a fucking phone.
It was 11 o'clock on a Saturday night, and someone answers.
Is this StubHub?
His name is Charles. I'll never forget this phone call.
Oh wow, okay. I wish it was recorded.
No, this is the story. I wish I recorded it. The story of me buying 6 tickets is a non-factor at this point.
Okay.
So we get it. We get StubHub phone number.
We get Chuck on the phone.
Get to the customer service, and Charles picks up. He goes, whatever he says, like, hello, this is StubHub. You got Charles. Like, how can I help you?
I'm surprised they're open that late.
Yeah, me too. So, I go, hi, I'm George.
Great start.
I just bought some tickets for a concert, and there was an error, and I would like to get a refund on one of these tickets that was purchased on accident. Yeah. Pretty much. Like, it wasn't immediate, but it was within the hour. Like, okay. It was pretty. I would say it was within 20 minutes. Maybe
of you buying them.
Of me buying them. So it was like immediate. Like, I'm on the phone.
And you realize
it wasn't like a week later. Like, oh shit, can I get a refund? Like, I messed up.
I see.
Like, it was the same night within 30 minutes.
Okay.
And he goes, oh, you got a hold of Charles. You got the right guy for the job. Like, literally, this is what he's saying. You got the right guy. I am so happy to help you out. Like, can you please give me some information? Blah, blah, blah.
All right, so you're feeling good about it.
I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, I got the right
Charles,
I got the
man.
right guy. I got Charles. Like, it started off with he was super, like, excited to, like, help me out. And as this phone conversation's going on, it's almost like this is Charles's first day on the job. And he doesn't do customer service. He just is happy to talk to someone.
Okay.
So he starts asking me, like, oh, can you send me, like, an order number? Blah, blah, blah. Like, when did you buy them?
Yeah.
What are you looking to get done here? Like, some usual questions about getting a refund. And he goes, like, he's like, all right, I'm just going to look up your account. Give me a second. He goes, does anyone ever call you Curious George?
No.
I was like, yeah, I get that, like, a lot. He's like, oh, man, like... That was, like, one of the first things that came to mind. Like, I heard the name George, and I was thinking Curious George, and I was like, yeah. Like, he's like, does anyone, like, is that, like, your nickname or anything? I was like, no. Like,
we're like, Charles, back to the situation,
I was like,
friend.
no, like, no one really, he's like, all right. Like, he was, like, small talking me so much. And, like, he finally gets into my, like, account. Even though I purchased them as a guest, I don't have an account with StubHub. Like, it was a guest purchase.
Yeah.
So he gets my email or whatever, looks up the order number. And then, like, he's looking up something else. And he goes, yeah, you wouldn't believe how many times a day I get Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I was like, I wouldn't imagine, Charles. I can't imagine. And, like,
this guy
I'm just, like, getting, like, it's taking, I think we were on the phone with him for, like, 40 total minutes.
Holy
like,
shit.
Small chit-chat, like, friendly, like, him trying to make friendly conversation while I'm trying to get a refund. And I'm telling him, like, yes, I may have clicked the button, like, twice, but it was an error on, like, the
site's part.
The site's end. Like, your end. Like, I'm calling you right away about not wanting 6 tickets. Can I please get a refund? He goes, because somehow I got 3, like, confirmation numbers. Like, it didn't duplicate the order. It, like, created a third order.
Oh, okay. I see. Yep.
Right? So I had 3 order numbers, which Charles couldn't. He's like, you have 3 separate purchases. I can't give you, like, a refund for. It didn't duplicate them. I was like, can't you see that both orders were made within, like, the same second? He goes, I see that you made 2 orders within, like, a minute. I was like, yeah, that's the error. And then at some point, like, it was just like the small talk became, like,
annoying.
Yeah. Like, Ari at one point is like, ask for a manager. I was like, Charles, can I speak to your manager? He goes, actually, George, my managers are the one telling me all of this information, so, like, I can't put them on because they're just going to tell you the same thing. And I was like, oh my God. I'm asking to speak to your manager, like, so, we get through all this. It's a Saturday night, almost midnight now.
Yeah.
And he goes, we can try and get this refund process for you, but I'm going to have to submit it to finance for approval. Which I'm like, okay, fine. It's midnight on Saturday night. No one's there who can probably authorize a $92 refund. Right. I get it.
Yeah.
It's fine. So I accept that, and he goes, okay, is there anything else I can help you with? I go, yeah, can you give me, like, the ticket number for this phone call? Like, a reference number, something that I can call back about in case I have any questions about my refund. He goes, I don't have one of those.
Okay.
Which I know. I've never worked in customer service, but I know that there's some kind of reference, account, ticket, confirmation number to, like, any transaction.
Yeah.
Well, he can't give me one. Like, he doesn't have one. But then eventually we work it out of him, so he had one all along. Like, he was, like, just trying to, like work me to, like, eventually forget about the
purchase, basically,
the refund.
Yeah.
Like, he was just gonna, like, befriend me, and I was gonna be like, Charles, you know what? Put that $92 right in your pocket. You're such a good guy.
I don't get, though. Like,
so, that phone call lasted like 40 minutes. Worked me up. I was so angry. Like, I was getting frustrated.
rightfully so.
Pretty much got nothing done. I was told, a refund was submitted to finance. So I call almost a week later. I think, actually, it was Thursday. So 4 business days later.
Yep.
Get someone else. And, I give him my order number, tell him the story. And he goes, okay, let me look into that for you. Let me pull up your account. He's like, do you have the confirmation or order number, whatever? Give him all my information. That happens within the first 5 minutes of the phone call. He puts me on hold for 40 minutes.
Dude, what?
I was on straight hold, not even like he picked up in the middle and like checked in like, are you still there? We're still looking into it.
Sorry, it's slow. Yeah,
40 minutes of hold music. 40. Legit. I sent a picture to Ari, Joe, and Meg who were there with us the first night.
Yeah.
Like, hey, StubHub round 2, here we go. Like 45 minutes into the phone call, whatever. And then like he picks back up and finally goes, yeah, we'll get that refund processed to you within 3 to 5 business days. I was like, oh. Okay, after all that, like, he's just gonna cut me off like that? And then I don't think I still don't think I've gotten the refund. It's been a week after that phone call.
It's not good.
Let me just pull it up now. Let's see if I've gotten the refund. It's definitely been 5 business days.
That's so frustrating.
Frustrating.
Yeah, like because it's so annoying, especially
no refund yet.
Especially in the beginning when he was like, "Oh, baby, you got
He's
the
like,
right
oh, you
man."
got Charles. I am the man for the job. I am here to help you. So, StubHub.
Welcome to the Bush League.
Ain't that the truth?
And they have lost my business.
Damn.
I will be going to Ticketmaster. Anyone else but StubHub from now on.
Yeah, that's infuriating.
And like the second phone call was like, oh yeah, I see you have 2 purchases here within like a second of each other. Like, let me just look into your account.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's the
Yeah,
issue.
it was a glitch on your website's end on my phone. Like, yeah, maybe I clicked it twice, but that's because nothing happened the first time. Like, how was I able to immediately load in a second purchase?
I know. Yeah, like
immediately pick the same seats, like bam, 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 and buy it.
Well, now you know that you're really not going to have to deal with them anymore. And it takes those kind of situations to, like, realize.
And, like, just put the manager on the phone, you know? Like,
he's telling me all this stuff.
Oh, my managers are actually the ones telling me all this information, so you're not gonna hear anything else.
Customer service, I can never do it, so.
I'm not giving any credit to Charles, if that's what you're trying to do.
I'm not giving credit to Charles, but
Charles should get his own Welcome to the Bush League.
He should.
If I get him on the phone again, I'm calling him Charlie and the Chocolate Factory the whole phone call.
And you're just gonna play Welcome to the Bush League.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, we get it. All right.
I spent over an hour and a half on the phone with StubHub, and I still haven't gotten my $92 back. Like, in StubHub's eyes, that is insignificant.
I know. But to just like someone who's buying tickets, like
they got $92 out of me in convenience fees alone.
I know.
Nothing about it was convenient. I'm worked up now just thinking about it.
You should be.
Just Charles's name in my head is like bringing back flashbacks.
Rightfully so.
Charles, man. Charles and StubHub.
That's a bummer. Well,
it's crazy. Maybe next week I'll have my $92 back. Who knows?
All right, we'll keep you posted. I'm gonna ask you next episode if you got it back.
It's wild. I wish I'm not doing the phone call with Charles justice. It was the chit chattiest small talk.
It sounds it.
Like, I don't even think we have small talk like I had with Charles. Like, he was like really trying to like talk to me.
He was trying to just win you over.
Yeah.
He probably knew that
I was never
he wasn't
gonna see my money again.
He wasn't gonna be helpful to you at all, and he was like,
he's just on like the weekend night shift that like no one else is there. He's just there to like kind of smooth the bridge.
He thought he had you, man.
No, never. I mean, he did.
He got me a little bit.
There was like 2 days where I was like, oh, Charles submitted it to finance. I'm going to get my money back. And now here I am like a week and a half later.
Yeah. It's never good when they have
like,
to.
I don't even like. I might be outside the range of getting a refund now that it's taken so long.
Well, it's never good when like they're like, oh yeah, we'll send this to someone.
But it only got me because it was Saturday night at midnight. You know, I was like, oh,
right.
Finance department is definitely like a Monday through Friday thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That part makes sense.
Yeah, well, none of it makes any sense. I'll never be using StubHub again.
All right.
And I warn anyone else out there who does.
If you stuck around this long, listen carefully.
Heed my warning.
All right. Well, any final words before we take off?
Brunch. That's my word for Evil Water Vanilla Mimosa Hard Fruit Juice.
All right. I gotta go with confusing. Confuses me.
It's got to go below the last one too. So 7-7.
All right. Thanks for joining. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Huh?
You're gonna read?
I'll give it a 7-2. See ya.
Thanks for listening to the Any and Everything Show.